Okay, just checking here. My apologies, having some technical issues. That's the joy of first time doing a live stream on location. Am I coming through now whenever I talk? All right, good deal. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. It is very warm out here today. What are we looking at? 83 degrees, but I think on my drive in I was showing about 86. So, not sure what we're going to get into today, but we're going to find out. Again, thanks for joining me. My apologies for getting this live stream started a little bit late. haven't taken my equipment out on location with running everything on a hotspot. So I hope the video is looking okay. I had to lower my rate down a little bit, so it actually, on my control panel, it took away my camera, so I wasn't real sure whether it was getting the audio from the camera or not. Really, this main one, I mean this first live stream, I'm kind of seeing how it goes. I'm not really sure what to expect on it all, but I'm excited just to get the first one off the ground. So I appreciate y'all joining me. So again, thanks for joining me. My name is Justin. We're here at the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. Unfortunately, I found out this morning that they had runway 36 right and 18 left, which is the one right in front of me, closed for maintenance and construction. So I still decided to make the 1 hour drive over here. This would be considered my home airport. Well, home international airport, I should say. A lot of history at this place. We'll get into that a little bit later. So they were working off the 36 center and 18 center today. 36 center being the active right now. So we'll see how it goes. Got a Sun Country flight coming in from Phoenix right now. I know this camera has a pretty good zoom on it, so we're going to get to test that out today. I'm not exactly the best videographer. I'm still learning very much on this stuff, so. There's Sun Country coming in, 737 from Phoenix, with some Amazon packages. overlook's kind of busy today over here, the viewing area here in Cincinnati. So my apologies for any other ambient sounds and such. The sound today is really kind of, I think it's going to be a little bit of a bummer. I was kind of hoping to get some really good sound if the 3.6 center and 3.6 right were the active today, but unfortunately it's not. So we're just going to have to make do, which is okay. Main thing is coming out here having fun watching airplanes this afternoon. It's that Sun Country operating as Amazon Prime Air coming in from Phoenix. Couple things to note during the broadcast today. Delta 97 767-400 coming in from Paris here probably in about 2 hours or so. It's always an exciting flight coming into Cincinnati. Like the rookie that I am, I missed that cargo jet flight coming in from Miami. 757. The Flying Pencil. Once again, thank you all for joining me. This is my very first Planespotting live stream. It's been a little bit hectic morning, well, afternoon. My Equipment didn't want to work right, didn't want to link up right. Wasn't sure how my hotspot was going to do. And to add insult to injury, they closed 36 right today, which is the active set of runways. They're using 36 center today because 36 right is closed. But we're making do, and we're going to have fun with it. Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Not bad for a beginner, I guess, right? I had to lower my processing rate a little bit. I hope the video's looking okay now. I think everything's caught up on my computer, so. So 36 center is actually a decent runway to get the aircraft approaching in. It's a lot better than 36 right. But then there just becomes a lot of obstructions in the way to catch the touchdown. Just landing, A320 coming in from Orlando. as well because I goofed up big time and forgot my scanner. So unfortunately for this stream, I will not have ATC audio. And my severe apologies for that. I live about an hour away, and I was about 20 minutes away from here whenever I realized that I forgot scanning. So next week, either next Wednesday or next Friday, I'm going to check the weather forecast. One of those 2 days, I will be certain that the stream will have ATC audio with it as well. My uncle told me it was a rookie mistake, and I don't disagree with him on that one. Should be picking up some action here after a bit. Some heavies taking off from the DHL and Amazon campus across the way. Just a moment, I'm going to reposition my camera just ever so slightly. Okay, that's a little bit better. Just joining me, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Justin. We're here at the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, eloquently known as CVG. Appreciate your patience with me. Got to start a little bit late today. Had some technical issues with the sun and the heat. And it's my first live stream with a video camera. So that in of itself is interesting as well. say you don't get better things unless you actually get out there and do it, right? CVG 900 getting ready to take off to Philadelphia. Taking off on runway 27. I am a one-man show, so I don't have any mods keeping track on the chat or anything like that, so I can get to the chat whenever I'm able to here momentarily. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Would love to hear from you. customer here at CVG this afternoon. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. My extreme apologies. I screwed up being the first time I'm doing a live stream on location at an airport. Wasn't really sure what I was going to get myself into network-wise. So I didn't know how my streaming speeds would be on the hotspot that I'm using. But more importantly, one thing I always enjoy listening to while I'm watching a Planespotting live stream is listening to the ATC audio. And unfortunately, I got about 20 minutes away from here when I realized that I forgot my scanner. So, rookie mistake, won't happen again. I'm already planning on coming back next Wednesday or Friday. Just all depends on what the weather does. But I will most definitely have my scanner with me. There's a good look at the Sky Team livery that came in. It's a unique snag. Get a nice shot of the Delta stable there. It used to be commonplace over here in Cincinnati, as Delta had Cincinnati as their second largest hub in the 1990s. Ironically, this airport was basically my second home growing up. Well, thanks for watching there, B. Haskett. I appreciate you. I'm glad the interwebs worked out in your favor. So right now I am a one-man show, running camera, production, direction, technical support and troubleshooting, and chat mod. I do apologize for not having the ATC audio. That's on me. I will have it next week. I promise. Not really sure how long I'm going to stay out here today. I knew I wanted to start at 1 and just kind of see how it goes. It's kind of my pilot live streaming show for Planespotting. So I thank you for watching me and watching this stream. Very much appreciated. If you don't mind, give it a like, subscribe as well, hit that bell button. That way you're notified of future streams, and hopefully we can build upon this one and maybe make this a mainstay right here. I feel like CVG is one of the hidden gems in the United States airport system, if not even the world. I know right here starting to become a major cargo powerhouse. So that definitely increases the chance for heavy aircraft, which is always exciting to see. all the construction noise you hear could be thanks to these guys right here on this little access road right in front of me. It's like you came to watch planes, now you got some dump trucks too. How about that? Take a look over there at the DHL ramp. And if you're just joining, thanks again for joining. My name is Justin here at CVG, Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. It's a big day. Big day for you guys just joining, as this is my very first plane spotting live stream. Wasn't really sure how today was going to end up, but I knew I was going to come over here, give it a whirl, and see how it went. So far I'm having fun. Had a couple people drop in here on chat that saw me all set up like a crazed man. If you're watching and you're in the chat and you're not here, let me know where you're watching from. Really curious to see how far this first live stream gets out to. Be on the lookout for in there, TB727. It can't be any crazier than the sun hat I've got on right now. So this Delta 737 that's just sitting there right now. It's going to be heading towards Atlanta here shortly. Yeah, American. That 737 is going to be heading to the Lone Star State here in just a moment, heading down to DFW. Dallas. If you've all noticed, there really isn't a whole lot of traffic over here on the 36 right, 18 left runway. They have that closed this week. Looks like after Friday they'll have it reopened. So next week's stream, which is either going to be on Wednesday or Friday, that runway should be open, I hope. the sounds on these streams are just as important as the video, and unfortunately our sounds are off in the distance today. And I just got notified by a fellow plane spotter that there's a Paletta 747 coming in from Anchorage, I do believe it was. That is imminently approaching, so keep my eyes peeled for that. And it does look like the Connie 747 is turning downwind to base right now for 36 center. So definitely going to be keep my eye on that one. Kind of a cool thing about those flights from Anchorage in the Northwest coming into CVG here. I live about an hour away from here, and I am right under the Seagram 6 procedure, or Seagram procedure I should say. Anywhere from 9 to 11,000 feet they go over, so it's always nice to see them at the final destination. I do see Connie 280 Heavy out there off in the distance getting ready to turn final on 36 center. And our Delta 737 still patiently waiting on the ramp to head to Atlanta. I haven't looked at the forecast or checked the weather down there in Atlanta, but I can only assume it's either a weather or a ground hold or volume hold down at Hartsfield as to why they're waiting. Looks like that 747 is getting ready to turn final right now off the base. I saw him out there. Is that the one coming in right there? Okay. Where's he coming from? Boston. Okay.
Okay. What's your YouTube channel?
I do. Right here, actually. Justin Black Media. Yep. You're welcome. Thank you.
You're a live YouTuber?
Yeah. This is my first live stream.
Can I see you on YouTube right now?
Yeah. Yeah, you sure can.
He's like doing a podcast.
Yeah. This is my first stream, so it's been kind of a hectic afternoon so far. Yeah. Didn't really know what to expect.
You got your first question. So there you
Yeah. I like curiosity. It's a good thing.
go.
Yep. Just had a Delta flight coming in from Boston land. Right there. Hey, if you're just joining me, my name is Justin. We are live here at CVG, the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. Not as polished as some of the other plane spotters out there right now, but it's my first live stream, and I thank you for joining me. Yep, I see it right there. Coming over the trees. Had some fellow plane spotters come over and talk with me, which is always really cool. Didn't really expect that. But it's very much welcome. There's Connie 280 coming in from Anchorage right now, 747. Or should I say, Kalita. I'm using their call signs. Unfortunately, 36 Center is the active runway this afternoon, and all week actually, as they have 36 right and 18 left closed for maintenance. So hopefully next week I plan on doing a stream over here Wednesday or Friday. I haven't decided yet. It's really going to be dependent on the weather. So hopefully they'll have 36 right and 18 left open by then. Again, my name is Justin. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. If you would, if you like the stream, go ahead and give it a like. Hit that subscribe and the bell while you're at it. That way you're notified of future live streams. And let's grow this together. All the way in from Anchorage, 747, Toledo.
From Anchorage to CVG.
It is. At least with this one, I can see it all the way past the obstructions there. With them having 18 left and 36 right closed, unfortunately I'm not getting the sound as I really had hoped for, which is okay. I mean, the point of it all is come out here and watch airplanes, right? All that other background noise you hear, dump trucks going up and down the access road right in front of the viewing area here. And my apologies, I know I said I was going to have ATC audio, and I got about 20 minutes away from here and realized I didn't bring my scanner. make it up to you guys next week. I promise. And I got some other cool ideas that I feel like will make the streaming and the viewing experience a little bit better. But I just wanted to get over here and get started with this. And our friend's still trying to get to Atlanta. Still standing by. I might check the weather real quick down there in Atlanta. See if there's any storms. If it's not storms, it's probably a volume delay down there. And it does look like there is some weather down in Atlanta around there. And with Atlanta being as busy as it normally is, that could be a contributing factor. As to why they're still sitting there. Our Kalita 747 taxiing back over to get offloaded, reloaded, and then out again at some point. And there's the iconic Delta hangar here. Built in the 1990s, whenever CVG was going under its rapid expansion to become Delta's second largest hub. And yes, I'm old enough to remember when that thing opened, and there was a big employee open house over there. It was actually a really fun time. And if you missed it earlier, B concourse used to be packed with Delta airplanes. And Delta's second largest hub prime at CVG was. And I mentioned earlier that CVG was basically my second home growing up, and it really was. My dad started off down in Atlanta. We moved up here in the mid-'80s, and he worked over here until 2001. So I was definitely around to see the huge expansion that Delta brought in for this airport. And I may or may not have been able to participate and take your kid to work day and end up in that tower right there that you see. So I'm kind of partial and biased to this airport for obvious reasons. But it's fun to come over here and hang out. I haven't been over here in a very long time. joining me. Thank you so much for joining. My name's Justin. Over here at CVG Live. If you want to be sure you don't miss out on future live streams over here, because I am definitely planning on coming back. Next broadcast I'm planning on doing is next week. Either Wednesday or Friday, just depending on the weather. We'll see how it goes. Hit that like button for this stream, and also subscribe if you don't mind. And hit that bell while you're at it so you're notified of any future streams. And it looks like our friends are finally moving towards runway 27 to head down to Atlanta. So it must have finally gotten released. If you're in the chat, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, if you're here at the viewing area at CVG, come over and say hello. Already had a couple people come over and say hi, which is really cool. I didn't expect that at all, so that was really neat. And Delta 3149 right here, heading to Atlanta. They were sitting on the ramp there for about 20 minutes or so. Before they started moving again. I think they might be making way for the Frontier flight that's coming up. And it's heading to Atlanta as well. Unless the Frontier flight is going into timeout now, and Delta is going to seize the opportunity. If you're just joining me, thanks so much for joining along. My name is Justin. I'm here at CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. It's warm August Wednesday afternoon. A lot of construction traffic out here by the viewing area this afternoon. That's the noises that you are hearing. They have runway 18 left and 36 right closed right now, so the active is 36 center that they're using at the moment. I checked out the NOTAM on that, and it looks like it's going to be closed for the rest of this week, but hopefully reopen for next week. Next week's stream we'll get a lot more closer action and more of that airplane sound that we all love. And Delta 3149 finally taking off for Atlanta. The roughly 55 to 60 minute flight down. A bit breezy out here today, not too overly bad. And now Frontier's in the box, waiting to go to Atlanta. And my apologies once again. I got about 20 minutes away from the airport. And you know how you just have that nagging feeling that something just isn't right? Like you just know you're forgetting something and you cannot place it. Well, when I left the house around 11:30, I was having that exact same feeling. And I was extremely confident that I had remembered everything that I was going to bring. Because, you know, I didn't want to screw up first time live streaming these airplanes. You know, perfectionism at its best. But I got about 20 minutes away, crossing the bridge over the Ohio River, and I realized what I was missing. My scanner for all of my ATC traffic. So, I'm going to make it up to you guys next week, and I am not going to forget it. And I promise you that. But even without ATC traffic, you're still with me right now. I appreciate you more than you can imagine. Because the longer you stick around, the more this gets pushed, and the more it drives me to put on a better show for you guys. It was a little nerve-wracking at first. I really didn't know if I was going to get this stream off the ground. my computer shut down, had it in the sun for a little bit longer, so I had to put it in the back of my car right here behind me. But we got it going. It was a little bit touch and go there for a while. It's a little breezy out here. And if you saw where the 747 land from Anchorage, they have already got her parked and unloading her. Right there. If you're in there in the chat, say hello. Love to hear where you're watching from. If you're watching here from the viewing area, come on over and say hi. Would love to meet you. Already met a couple people that happen to see me out here staying with my camera. Come over and said hello, so thank you all for that, and thanks for watching. Appreciate you as well. How long am I going to broadcast today? Well, I don't know. That's a darn good question. I knew I wanted to get over here on, kind of get a feel for everything, see how it goes, and kind of go from there. So we're going to stick around as long as things look good and are decent. But once again, I really do appreciate you watching. Very first plane spotting live stream. This has been something I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. Everything finally lined up. You know, life happens. Everything finally lined up, and here I am. So we're going to build upon this and see where it takes us. But I really do appreciate you joining along with me. And Frontier's still sitting there, waiting to go to Atlanta. If you missed it earlier, Delta brought in the Sky Team livery just a little bit ago. We caught that one coming in. So that was pretty cool to see. I think I saw, I don't know how many Delta Sky Team livery airplanes they have out there right now. I can't imagine it would be too many, but I actually did see this one on a live stream out on the West Coast earlier this week, as a matter of fact. Yes, Ashley, I did pick a great day. It's a little warm, but it's sunny. I'll take it. And yes, I do have my sunscreen on. And thank you for watching. mention, this is my first Planespotting live stream on location, and I thank you so much for joining. My setup is a little bit primitive right now, but it works. That's all that matters. We're out here having fun, watching airplanes at the airport. I do have some plans for future broadcasts to make the viewing experience a lot more pleasurable for you guys. But one thing I am kicking myself in the butt for is I forgot my scanner. So the ATC traffic is a little bit null and void right now, and I do apologize for that. All I ask for is a little bit of grace. I promise next week I'll have it with me. Fence is getting in the way of my focus, but anyway, that RJ that just came in just landed here on 36 Center, coming in from Austin. Next week I am planning to come back over here and do another stream. Not really sure if it's going to be Wednesday or Friday. It's all kind of weather dependent on that. Wednesday's looking like it may rain a little bit more than what Friday's showing at the moment, but one of those 2 days I will be back over here. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of any future streams over here. Because this channel does not happen without you guys. I already love being around airplanes, being at the airport and hanging out. Being able to share that with you just makes that even better for myself. And the more people that enjoy it, the more it drives me to put on a better show for you guys. And sharing the experience. Thank you, appreciate that. And I'm getting fans left and right, just standing out here. Thanks again for everybody that has seen me out here and coming over and saying hi. Introducing you all to the channel. And that's probably been one of the more surprising and exciting aspects of coming over here is meeting new people. It's always fun. So if you're just joining me, hey Delta Mike, where you at? Thanks for dropping in the chat there. So if you're just joining me, my name is Justin. We're here live at CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. This is an absolute hobby for me, watching airplanes. Been like this my whole life. I guess you could say I'm a big kid. But anyway, I try to get over here in my free time now. I used to come over here quite a bit and watch airplanes from the viewing area, but life kind of got in the way, and I haven't been over here probably a good 10 years, so this time I'm bringing my camera with me and sharing it with you. But my days are limited in when I can come over here, so I kind of got to be picky and choosy. My full-time paying gig is I'm in EMS, so I worked last night, came over here, started the stream at 1, and not real sure how long I'll go, but as long as the planes keep moving, I'll keep filming. I do know in about an hour or so, I haven't checked recently, but Delta 97 from Paris will be landing, probably within the hour, if not a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's a 767-400 that's flying here today. And that Frontier flight that just took off on runway 27, finally heading down to Atlanta Hartsfield. That's awesome, Delta Mike. Well, thanks for joining. And definitely, if schedules align, we'll definitely have to get together and do some plane spotting together. I think that would be a great time. I will say my past few jobs took up a lot more of my time in my current job right now. Not so much, however. With EMS and trying to advance myself with that, I am going to be taking a class in the fall, during the fall semester this year, so that will kind of tie up my days a little bit, but I like to keep my Wednesdays and Fridays open every week, because I do mainly work weekends is my long shift. Taking off, going to Detroit. If I'm not mistaken, that's about a 45-minute flight or so, off the top of my head. A little warm out here at the airport at CVG, but compared to what it was probably about a month ago, and the nice breeze that's happening, I'll take it. I am a one-man show right now. The director, the producer, the technical support guy, chat mod, everything on my own. First time plane spotting live. Hanging out in the chat, let me know where you're chatting from. Already had a few people come up over here at the viewing area, which has been really awesome to see. Meeting the new folks. So if you're over here at the viewing area and you see me staying out here, don't be shy. Feel free to come over and say hi. Would love to meet you. between 9 and 11,000 feet, so this is a lot better filming them here. Well, thanks for stopping in, Delta Mike. I do appreciate it and look forward to meeting you here in the near future. Yeah, if I'm still hanging out, come on over and say hi. And I appreciate the subscribe very much. Got Delta coming in now on 3-6 center. Coming in from Salt Lake City. If you're just joining me, thanks so much for joining along. My name's Justin. We're here at CVG today, live. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. I know I advertised this with a live ATC, and I do apologize. I'm about 20 minutes away from the airport, and I had that nagging feeling that I was forgetting something. And you guessed it, I forgot my scanner. So luckily, I will be back out here next week. I haven't decided if it's going to be Wednesday or Friday. It's dependent on the weather, but I promise I will have my scanner with me then. And coming in from Salt Lake City. And Frontier getting ready to take off on runway 27, heading to Fort Lauderdale. So I was reading the NOTAM this morning, and I saw that they had 36 right and 18 left, which is the runway nearest the viewing area here at CVG. And they have it closed this week. So not only did I forget my scanner for ATC traffic, they also took my runway away. So we're making do, but we're having fun doing it. But this runway should be open next week, hopefully. So really looking forward to that, because I know these live streams, in addition to the video, the sound is just as important, and who doesn't love some good turbine sounds? And if you've been hearing dump trucks, you're not wrong. They've been going like crazy today here on this access road right in front of the viewing area. Delta Sky Team livery 737 came in earlier, so that was a bit of a surprise to see. And I just checked Delta 97, our Paris flight is about 40 minutes away. Just crossing in northeast Ohio right now. Operating on a 767-400. Sky team 737 just pushed back, heading to Atlanta. Now I'm really curious to see what this one does. Past two flights, Delta and Frontier, where they went to Atlanta, did a hold for just a few minutes. I think Frontier was about 10 to 15 minutes and Delta was about 20. Looked like there was some weather down in Atlanta. I'm guessing with Atlanta doing Atlanta things, it's probably a hold for volume. Kind of breezy out here, and I do apologize for the shaky camera on that. But if you're just joining me, thank you so much for joining. My name is Justin. Live here at CVG today on this Wednesday afternoon. A lot of action going on out here today. Planes and unexpectedly dump trucks. That's what you're hearing in the background right now. Much to my surprise, I checked this morning and I saw that they had 36 right and 18 left closed, which was unfortunate because it pushed all of the traffic over to 36 center, which they're using as the active right now. So now I'm really looking forward to next week coming back out here. Probably be next Wednesday or Friday, depending on the weather. Really what it amounts to. And I'm coming back out here, and hopefully 36 right and 18 center be in operation, and we can get a lot more close up and personal with the airplanes, and get a lot better sound with them too. Legion taking off on 27, heading to Destin. Huge vacation spot for people here in the tri-state area. That entire area down there, Destin, Panama City, Gulf Shores. our Sky Team Delta 737 on the move. Curious to see if he goes straight to 27 or if they put him in the box to hang out for a few. Past two flights that have left for Atlanta have hung out for a little bit. And it looks like they're going to be putting that one into the box to hang out to head to Atlanta with a little bit of a wait. If you saw earlier, that Kalina 747 came in from Anchorage just a little bit ago. Currently being offloaded. And it looks like our Sky Team friend is going to go into the box. And just like the past two previous flights to Atlanta, be hanging out for a little bit more in Cincinnati. If you're just joining me, thank you so much for joining. My name is Justin. I'm live here at CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. You have joined me on a very momentous occasion, as today is my very first Planespotting live stream. So, definitely not polished, but we're starting. And that's all that matters. We're out here having fun. It's a nice sunny day. Got a nice little cool breeze. Cool, theoretically. It's still pretty warm out. But we're out here having fun, and that is all that matters. And our first heavy departure of the afternoon. Taxiing to runway 27, Prime Air, heading to Charlotte. They do have 36 right and 18 left closed over here at CVG today and this whole week. So they're using 36 center as the active landing runway, and 27 so far has been the active takeoff runway. Plan on coming back out here next Wednesday or Friday, weather dependent. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully by then, which they should, at least according to the NOTAM that's posted. They should have 3.6 right, 1.8 left, reopened. So really looking forward to that. I was a little bit bummed to hear that they had it closed today, but that's okay. We're having fun, watching some airplanes, enjoying the day, getting a sunburn. Just kidding. I put sunscreen on. And enjoying our plane spotting stream together without ATC. Because your illustrious host forgot his scanner today, so that's going to be one of the first things I packed for next week is my scanner for ATC. Right now we're watching Prime Air 767 getting ready to take off on 27 to head towards Charlotte with all of your Amazon packages. And even though we're behind it on the sea, how well it sounds. Hopefully it sounds decent. So just standing by for Prime Air to take off, heading to Charlotte. 767. And Delta 97 should be arriving here within 30 minutes coming from Paris. It's a 767-400. Christine, your cousin was here. Did I see your cousin? Or did they see me? So if you're just joining me, thanks for joining. My name is Justin. Live here at CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. Just waiting for Amazon to take off here, heading to Charlotte. And within 30 minutes, should have Delta 97 coming in from Paris, 767-400. Again, thanks for joining me. This is my very first airport plane spotting live stream. I would very much appreciate it if you hit that like button, and also if you feel so inclined, hit that subscribe so you don't miss out on future live streams, and hit that bell so you also notified of them. looks like I got another prime heavy taxiing out as well. So some heavy action starting to pick up here at CVG. Unfortunately, they have 3-6 right and 1-8 left closed today, which is okay. It's okay, we're out here, we're having fun. Just moves everything over to the center runway here. But fear not, friends, fear not. Next week I'll be back out here. Next Wednesday or Friday. Haven't decided yet, but I will be sure to post it when I do figure it out. Excited for that. Prime lining up, 767 taking off for Charlotte. Thing took off now. They aren't messing around. I saw the live stream, wanted to show off a little bit. I guess that would be Amazon's version of an unrestricted climb. Amazon's starting to pick up now. This one, 767 heading to Allentown. Let's see if he puts on the same kind of show his friend did just prior. Charlotte is fairly light. Got ATI. And we got a couple times, 737s coming behind it. So 27 starting to pick up here now. In activity. Very good to see. Embraer taking off to Boston. ATI taking off to JFK here momentarily. ATI 767 heading to JFK. So Amazon with a little bit of a push here this afternoon. Heading out. I believe this one, if I remember correctly when I checked, was heading to Minneapolis. I'll check out and see where Delta 97's at now. Should be within 20 minutes, I would say. Flight from Paris. And it looks like our Sky Team 737 heading back to Atlanta has finally gotten released and heading that way. So far this afternoon, since 1 o'clock, all of the flights to Atlanta have been held about 10 to 20 minutes. I checked the weather down there. It really wasn't that horrible, but knowing Atlanta, doing Atlanta things, it's probably extremely busy down there. Primary flight heading to New Orleans. is on heavy, maxing out. Hey, if you're just joining me this afternoon, thank you so much for joining. My name is Justin. Thanks for joining along on my very first Planespotting live stream right here at CVG. So glad you could join me. If you like what you're watching and you want to see future ones, be sure to hit that like button. And also subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when future streams are posted. I am planning on coming back next week. Probably be either Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, check that. Wednesday or Friday. It's going to be weather dependent, so we're just going to play it by ear. However, I will post on whatever day I decide to go. Next week, probably early next week, I'll post, schedule my live stream. But I really do appreciate you joining me today. Sharing my love of aviation is what fuels me. Most people call me a nerd, but after 44 years, I will gladly accept that. So another Amazon flight heading towards LAX. I'm not sure if Kevin is out there live streaming this afternoon or later this afternoon out there in LA. But if he is, Kevin, this one's on its way to you. I just looked, Delta 97 flight from Paris is just a few moments away. It is currently just outside of the 275 loop coming down Interstate 71. And ABX heading to Jacksonville, lining up, getting ready to take off. Looks like we've got landing traffic on 36 Center. So the ABX flight's going to be hanging out for just a few more moments. So while we wait for that, they do have 36 right and 18 left closed right now this week. Hearing a lot of noisy dump truck traffic on the access road right here next to the viewing area. which has been a minor inconvenience, but it is what it is. And I was fully planning on bringing my scanner today to have live ATC traffic, and I do apologize for that. I worked last night, and before I left the house today, I was going through and double checking everything, and I just knew for a fact I had everything that I needed for today, when in fact, I did not have everything I needed for today. I forgot my scanner at home, so I am without ATC traffic today. But next week, next Wednesday or Thursday, next Wednesday or Friday, my apologies, I'm planning on coming back out here, and I will have my scanner with me, and I will have live ATC traffic to accompany me on everything. So really looking forward to that. If you're in the chat and you're just joining me, say hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. And if you're out here at the viewing area, come over and say hi. Didn't really know how long I was planning on being out here today, but I will probably be out here for about another hour or so. We'll pack everything up and head back home. We'll do it all over again next week. But until then, enjoy watching these airplanes take off from CVG. Amazon heading to Jacksonville. I tell you what, that first Amazon 767 that took off, he was heading for Charlotte. I don't know if he was watching the live stream before they took off, but he took that thing off with purpose. He or she, I should say. I don't know who's flying that, but man, they put on a show. 767 took off like a rocket. So being this is my first Planespotting live location broadcast, one thing I did not expect was having people come up and say hello. I guess camera equipment gets some attention, but it was a very pleasant surprise. I love meeting new people, and that was really awesome. So got a few new subscribers out of the deal. Very much appreciate that. Looking forward to seeing you out here the next time. Speaking of, if you're in the chat, drop a hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. Hit that like button and subscribe and the bell so you're notified of when future live streams are. Next week, I'm planning on Wednesday or Friday coming back out here. And I should be actually seeing Delta 97 on downwind here shortly. I've been keeping my eye out on it. It's the daily Paris flight coming in from France. It's 767-400 now. Was an A330 there for a while. Alright, so I got Delta 97 coming in from Paris. It's on downwind right now for 36 center. You got Delta 737 right here. Not the flight number 737, but the aircraft type 737 heading to Tampa. And I just saw an Amazon A330 just activate over here, so it should be taxiing here shortly. Off to Tampa. It actually looks like I might have some rain developing off to my east. And waiting on this ATI flight to taxi over to 27 to take off to Richmond. And keep my eye out for Delta 97, which is turning on to base for runway 36 center. Unfortunately, they have 36 right and 18 left closed right now for this week, so 36 center is the main one being used, which is, if you're familiar with CVG, that takes it farther away because that's right smack dab in the middle of the airport. Which is fine, we're still out here, we're still having fun. Fun in the sun, as they would say. But hopefully for next week's broadcast, either Wednesday or Friday, they'll have 36 right and 18 left reopened, and we can get some real good action up close. Some great sound out of it as well. United coming in from Newark. Now, the one thing I do like about 36 Center, even though you do have a lot of those obstructions right there when they get a little bit low, is for the north-facing runways here, you do get a good approach shot of them coming in. Now, the best approach shot is obviously when they're landing to the south on 1A. So it did work out in that regard today, which I'm extremely appreciative for. And coming in from Chicago. Another United. This is United Express. And if you heard that in the background, that is an Amazon A330 taxiing. We'll be heading to Houston. I see Delta 97 on final right behind. This flight coming in from Chicago right now. So we've got ATI just spooling up to go taxi over to 27, heading to Richmond. We got an A330 going to Houston. We've got
Okay, media will play louder.
Delta 97 coming in from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Once again, I apologize for those dump trucks on this access road. Delta 97 Heavy with direct service from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. And if you're just joining me, thanks so much for joining along. If you're in the chat right now, say hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. My name is Justin. Here live at CVG this Wednesday afternoon. It's my very first plane spotting stream, so thanks so much for joining along. If you do feel so inclined, I would very much appreciate a like. And I would love it even more if you hit subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of future streams, which I am planning on coming back here next week, Wednesday or Friday, weather dependent, and hanging out here. It's always a great time here in Cincinnati at the airport. I think it's one of the best kept secrets of the world airport system, especially in the United States. And there's Delta 97 taxiing into the gate. And our A330 ready to head off to Houston. Yeah, I've had a great time out here today. One of the more unexpected things is people dropping by and saying hello. And new subscribers at that saying hello. So thank you very much if you're still watching. That means so much to me. Getting to come out here, watch airplanes, and sharing it with you. And next week, I promise, when I come back out here, I will have ATC traffic. I went and left my scanner at home. I blame it on working last night. Actually, it's just my forgetful self. Alright, so that was fun. Had a little bit of a cargo push heading out. Watch Delta 97 taxi back into their gate here. There we go. And if you're just joining me, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Justin. Broadcasting live here from CVG, the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, for my very first plane spotting live stream. If you were here, Delta 97 from Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport just arrived to its gate. 767-400 operating today. Be hanging out here at CVG for just a little bit longer. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. And those of you that came up and said hello and are new subscribers, thank you so much as well. Great meeting you all and looking forward to seeing you guys again. I'll be back out here next Wednesday or Friday. It's supposed to be pretty rainy next week, so it's all just kind of weather dependent. But Friday right now is what I'm kind of leaning towards because that kind of looks like the better day of the two. but I'll probably make that decision on Sunday or Monday. If you want to make sure you don't miss it, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of it. And also give this live stream a like as well. I love sharing my passion for aviation with you. And thanks for going along with me. And this channel does not happen, and does not grow without your help. So all the new subscriptions, all the new likes, all the new viewers, I appreciate each and every one of you. That only strengthens my resolve to make this live stream better down the road. But you gotta start somewhere, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I couldn't be more excited for it. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And everything finally lined up to where I'm able to do it. Thanks again. I really do appreciate you joining me this afternoon. Had an exciting time there for a minute. Amazon and DHL had a push going out on 2-7. Had one Amazon flight heading off to Charlotte. Took off like an absolute rocket. So for the pilots commandeering that one, thank you for that show. That was impressive. Coming in, we got Amazon 767 coming in from Las Vegas. Very small channel right now, and if you're watching this, man, I really do appreciate it. I would love to grow this with your help. Who knows where it can take us. These airplanes. Used to do it when I was a kid, and I just consider myself a big old kid right now. Love it. And just touching down from Las Vegas, Amazon. one-man show. I am my own director, producer, technical support, key grill, and chat mod. All sorts of different hats. Absolutely love it. All of you who have subscribed today, new subscribers, thank you so much for the subscribe. So glad you could join along with me on this. Next Wednesday, probably, my apologies, next Wednesday or Friday will more than likely be my next live stream over here, which is probably leaning towards Friday. It's going to be pretty rainy and wet next week in this area, so we'll just play it by ear, but I will post it. I will schedule the live stream whenever I do decide which day it's going to be. I do have 1.8 left and 3.6 center closed this week, so that's why you're seeing a lot of the landing traffic landing over there in the center runway today. Next week they'll hopefully have 3.6 right, 1.8 left back open. Looking forward to that. Then we'll really get to see and feel the airplanes landing and taking off. Prime 737 taxiing. Haven't checked to see where he's going yet. I will do that right now. Heading to Denver. Prime 737. Just joining, thanks for joining me. My name is Justin, broadcasting live here from CVG, the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. This is my very first live stream on YouTube in general, and the very first Planespotting live stream. I thank you so much for joining along with me. If you're in the chat, drop me a hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. Also, give me a like and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified of future live streams, which will be next week, right from here at CVG as well. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers today, and everybody that has dropped by and said hello here at the viewing area at CVG. Always love meeting new people, and that was one of the most unexpected things I got out of today so far is meeting new people, new subscribers, and drives my commitment to make a better show, better broadcast for you guys. And Amazon taking off, going to Denver. Taking off on runway 27. Got an Amazon 767 taxiing out now towards runway 27. We're heading to Dallas. Good old DFW. I messed up today and forgot my scanner. So my ATC traffic idea was defunct today. I was about 20 minutes away, so there was no turning back around, going home and picking it up. But I promise next week I will have it, which I'm leaning towards next Friday. If not next Friday, it'll be next Wednesday. But I'll make that decision probably Sunday or Monday, and I will schedule that broadcast and let you know. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you know when it's going to be next. Just watching this Amazon 767 taxi to runway 27, take off to Dallas. Amazon lining up for runway 27 to take off to Dallas, the Dallas Metroplex, DFW. Line up on runway 27. He's probably going to hang out here for just a minute. It looks like there's approaching aircraft coming in on 36 Center. Nope, he's making a liar out of me. He's turning and burning. for joining me. My name is Justin, broadcasting live from the CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. Thanks so much for joining me. This is my very first Planespotting live stream. I had so much fun today. If you were at the viewing area today and you dropped over to say hello, thank you so much. And also thank you so much for subscribing. I'll be back out here next week, probably be Wednesday or Friday. Looking like Friday though. Weather-wise, it's looking like the best day of next week that I have available. I think I'm about to wrap it up here. I really didn't know how long I was going to be staying out here, but I'll be honest with you. My full-time job is in EMS, and I worked last night, so I'm feeling a little tired, but I had a blast today. I tell you, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for everybody that dropped by and said hello. I appreciate you. And if you want to watch future streams from over here at CVG, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this live stream, and hit that bell so you're notified of future streams. So with that, thanks so much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and be safe. And we'll do this again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.